Welcome into another high school preview show. Coach, what's going on? It's good to have you on.
Hey, appreciate y'all having me, man.
Yes, sir. I know this is your first time on here with St. James, and I know this is going to be a big one. We get to see you guys early. Excited for that opportunity. So we kind of hop in here. Let's talk about last year for you guys.
Man, it was exciting. It's been a few years since we won our region, and we had a really good run at it, man. We kind of ran the table 11-1 in region play. Had some good senior leadership. It started early on. Max Albanese set the all-time record for our school with wins. Actually, Ty Gunner Kynes went 10-0 with a save. He was our pitcher of the year in the region. Keegan Brown, both of them ended up going to Coker. Keegan Brown was player of the year. He's been our leadoff hitter the last 2 seasons, actually 3 seasons, and just like a big stick in the lineup. Kind of started us off, ran through our lineup, and just been the heart of our offense the last 2 years. So those 2 guys are going to be big misses for us, man. But the team we had last year really kind of like got us going. Man, that senior group did things the right way. It wasn't a big senior group. But they did things the right way, and it was exciting to see us get back on top in our region.
Now, kind of touching on some of these returners rolling in here, right? You talked about some of the, not a big senior class, but you had some good senior leadership kind of taking you in the right direction. Talk about some of these returners that you're looking to kind of step up and fill the void of those seniors leading into this 25 season.
Absolutely, and we're deep. This is to have the kind of team we had last year and make the run we did. We've got 12 returners. Pitching staff wise, we're deep. Henry DeFore, a left-handed pitcher that's going to sign at Newberry here, and he's a big arm that's coming back for us. Nate Pedrick's another one who's signed at Southeastern Community College. Both of them are hard workers at the top of our staff, man. But we're deep pitching wise. We'll have 5 or 6 possible lefties on staff. I don't think we've ever had that before. And all of them are 3-pitch guys that can compete. And then offensive wise, most of our region players are all region last year are back. Justin Subcheck's unsigned senior who absolutely killed it at the top of the lineup with Keegan last year. He's back. Rome Dorenzo, the super freshman, is back. Was one of our leaders in the RBIs last year. Our catcher, in my opinion, is one of the best catchers in state. Doesn't get a lot of attention. Luke Kessler. He's been starting for us since his freshman year. He's a junior. He'll be back in the heart of the lineup. Our outfield is deep, and we've got 4 sub-6'8" guys that return. We should be able to run down a lot of balls. My son Jeter was all region last year and had a good sophomore campaign. Josh Harnish is another outfielder that will give us a lot of big at bats and can run the ball down. But this is a really exciting group, man. That senior class last year was good, and we made a really good run in our area, and kind of ran into the deep Charleston baseball that was last year in the playoffs. But we're hoping this year, to kind of pick up where that senior class left us off and make another deep run.
Coach, you got a good, decent group coming back too. And what about newcomers here? Some guys that didn't really have a huge role last year, or guys that are just stepping onto the scene, transfers, or young guys?
One I didn't mention that was actually a freshman last year, Frank Pepe, is another one of our 5 or 6 left-handed pitchers. We kept him on varsity last year as a freshman, and he was a short inning guy and just worked his way into the front end of our rotation. So we're counting on big things from him. We've got 2 freshmen, Caleb Kessler, who's actually Luke Kessler's little brother. He's a freshman. He played at a really high level with Power Baseball this summer, and he's going to give us some big innings. Cohen Dennis, another freshman. Those 3 are gonna have a huge role at some point in time on our season.
Now, kind of flipping a little bit at some expectations, and I know this one's a little tricky one. It's really even trickier now because there's so much turnover in the state, right, with the different regions, the different classifications. But obviously the expectations of the program kind of making those steps. Talk about a little bit of that, of what you guys, your expectations for this club this year.
Man, it's win a state championship bust for us every year. We're regardless of what we have. And I feel like this year we've really got some really good pieces in play. I feel like if you're not going out to try to win a state championship, then you're cutting your possibility short. You know, that's always our goal. Now, having said that, we haven't made a real run at a state championship 2018 since 2018, 2019. But I mean, that's the goal. That's the key. You know, I think we've got the pieces in place to put ourselves in a good position to make a playoff run, and it just comes down to, you know, how healthy can you stay and how are your bats. Last year, for some reason, right around spring break time, you either get really hot with your bats or you cool off a little bit. And we cooled off a little bit going in the playoffs, and that's got to be something we look at switching around this year going into the playoffs. But I mean, that's our goal. And I know our beach region is going to be a lot of fun. I mean, we've played North Myrtle Beach for years. They used to be in our region. We still play in non-conference twice a year. And I know that's going to be, you know, the team in our area that we're going to match up with big time region-wise, along with some other teams. But, you know, that's the goal is definitely to put yourself in a position to make a run at state championship.
No doubt, Coach. No, you guys got some rich history there. We obviously appreciate you hopping on. I know me, Sammy, Austin, all of us are excited to get to see you guys at the shipyard very early and make a run at it. And never know when that pick'em time comes. But we do appreciate
you. Man. That preseason tournaments where there's some great teams in it, man. We appreciate the opportunity to come down and play, and we look forward to competing in and seeing some really good teams.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it. I know, Espo, you got anything before we sign off here?
No, just hopefully you guys dig your way out of that wonderful snow up there, snow and ice storm, and get you guys back on that baseball field. And, you know, not a shock. It's baseball season and bad weather rolls in right in front of it. So
always.
So best of luck to you guys in this 25 season. And like Drew said, we're fired up to see you early on and track you guys throughout the long season and hopefully a deep playoff run for you guys.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having us.